I learned the hard way because nobody would answer questions for me down the line. And yeah, this one here I'm pretty satisfied with. This is rated for winds up to 90 miles per hour. And it's a 1685, that's 1,685 watt alternator on there. It's a 3-wire system. Okay, now I've said it before and I'm going to say it again to remind you that when you're talking about turbines, PMAs or PMGs, it doesn't matter. All turbines are rated for a maximum wind speed and a maximum wattage. And those two go together. So when it says 1685 watts for this system, you'll only get that in a 90 mile an hour wind. You're not going to get that in a 25, 30, 40, 50 mile an hour wind. It's going to be a 90 mile an hour wind. And that's hurricane force.
I watched this video some time ago and I was rewatching it not too long, and it occurred to me that people are going to need this kind of video to have a basic understanding of how wind turbines work. So I'm just going to be taking some segment from the video, which I'll leave the link in the description, and we'll talk about it. Now, the first thing he talked about is that he had to learn the hard way. Now, when you're into wind turbines, a lot of things may not go right in the beginning, but as you keep finding your way around it, most likely, if it's a good product, you are going to get to success at the end of the day. Now, the second thing he mentioned is that he's satisfied with it. Now, notice that having learned the hard way is now satisfied with the wind turbine. A lot of us don't go through that process of finding out why we're not getting it right. At the end of the day, we'll just give up and we'll now start making videos of how wind turbines don't work. That's one of the things I try to prevent as much as I can. That's why I do videos like this. And of course, when you watch his full video, you're going to understand more. So I'm just going to pick some parts of his video and we're going to talk about it. Now, the other thing he talked about is the rating of the wind turbine. If you notice, he talked about it's only the hurricane force wind that you can get the maximum rating of this wind turbine. Now, when you see a wind turbine and I tell you can get 5,000 watts, which is force for the most part, that tells you that you need all the wind on planet Earth to hit that 5,000. That is if you can even get to half or a quarter of that power from the wind turbine. Because he's satisfied with this kind of wind turbine, and of course in his video he did mention where he bought it from. So if you want to buy, you can go and watch the video and of course you find out where he bought it from. So this might be a good starting point for someone that wants to buy a wind turbine, because this man is satisfied with his wind turbine, and hopefully if you buy the wind turbine too, you are supposed to be satisfied if you are ready to learn the hard way. Just joking about that. Let's ride on with the video.
All right, so I said this is a PMA. That means that it's a permanent magnet alternator. A PMG is a permanent magnet generator. The difference is an alternator produces AC, and that's 3 wires. The generator produces DC, which is 2-wire. The difference is, with a 3-wire PMA, you're going to need a rectifier before your batteries to convert the 3-wire AC to 2-wire DC. In the generator, the rectifier is built into the alternator up at the top, so you only have 2 wires coming out. The problem with that is, if you have a problem with that rectifier up there, you've got to take the whole system down to get to it to do a repair on it. That's why I went with the 3-wire, because that allowed me to put my rectifier right here, down here, where it was easily accessed if something goes wrong. I've got a spare, I can pop that one off, and I can, hold on a second here, and I can pop the spare on.
I want to believe everything he said about the PME, PMG is self-explanatory, but just a little twist or recap on what he has said. When you are getting a wind generator, they come in 2 main types. One of them comes with a DC current from above. That means the bridge rectifier is inside the wind turbine. There's another one that comes with AC. That one, you have to convert it with your own bridge rectifier, which he has, and that is what he's recommending, because if you want to fix a problem, maybe the bridge rectifier is bad and the one that sends DC current down, like your solar panels, that way you don't have to bring your wind turbine down. But if you have the one of AC, and they are having problem with the rectifier part of it, all you need to do is to change it, like you saw him bringing a spare from his storehouse or wherever I brought it from. So I hope that is clear.
So I prefer to have this down here where I could access it when I need to. And then I put it through this this little meter so that I could read what's happening with it when it's happening.
One of the best ways to know exactly how your wind turbine is performing is through this watt-hour meter. I'm going to do a video on it so that we understand exactly what we're looking for in this watt-hour meter when it is attached to our wind turbine. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about it right here. But basically, it helps you know how much energy you generate over time, and it helps you know the maximum power you produce.
For the PMA, you're going to need something to regulate the over voltage, what's going to happen when you peak out your batteries. Those will shut off and quit putting power into the batteries, but this thing won't. This will keep on going. So you connect this to the batteries, and this is called a dump load controller, and this is PWM, but this is designed together, all one unit. You buy it as it is, and it's got settings inside of it. You'll notice it doesn't have the same type of buttons on it, like that one has 3 buttons up there. This one doesn't have buttons on it to where you could change the controls. Inside of this, it's already set up and designed for a certain amount of voltage. Once it reaches that, this will automatically click on like this. You'll see the yellow light come on, and that's taking power that's coming into the batteries right now, and it's sending it up to a heating element. Now you can use any type of heating element you want. You can use light bulbs if you want. It doesn't matter what you use for a load, but you do want to have a load to drop some of that extra voltage down so that your batteries don't overcharge.
One of the big takeaways for me from wind turbines is diverting your load from your solar panels, your wind turbine, whatever it is. And that knowledge is helping me a lot, because there are some seasons when my solar panel is generating excess power and it looks like there's nothing to do with it. Presently, what I do is that I just divert the power to other means: heating water, pumping my water, and maybe cooking if I'm at home, or maybe someone is at home to use the power to cook. I just divert that power and I'll use to cook. At the end of the day, the power is not wasted. So it's something you can do. Doing videos on that. You don't need to buy a diversion load controller. It's something you can do on your own. It's not a difficult thing. But we're doing more videos like that in this channel so that you use it to maximize the power that you are getting from your solar panels. Now, basically what they're saying in this video is that your wind generator, you cannot just switch it off like you switch your solar panel off and at the end of the day, no problems. Your wind turbine, if it's producing power and you cut it off, it risks self-destructing. That means the coils will overheat and it will burn up. That way you would have lost your wind generator. So the way to avoid that is to divert the power that is producing, not to cut it off. Diversion, you divert it to some other load. So that's why you see that heating element or anything that can just suck that power. So you want to divert it to that place. That way your wind generator will be safe and nothing will happen to it. I hope it is clear. I'm going to leave the link to this video in the description below. If you're interested in wind turbines, this is a very good video to watch. It's just going to guide you on the process. And of course, I also like the fact that it tells us that you have to be ready to make your wind turbines work. It said it learns it the hard way. You don't have to learn the hard way. Watching videos like this will help you know exactly what you need to do. Buying the right wind turbine, making sure that everything is well done, most likely is going to guarantee you some form of success, if not the kind of success you are looking for. I do these videos so that people will not be complaining about wind turbine. A lot of people don't have business with wind turbines. Watching this kind of videos might just help you know if wind turbines are for you or not. So see you guys, and catch you